Dewey Mason in the building, Fede. Jackie Mason in the building, Fede. Mike the Mason in the building, Fede. Gents, how young Banner's doing? Hope young Banner's doing, cause you feel me, Shay? So vandaag, boy, I got something yarn for your Bruce. Let me stop. It says the dark truth about Shebeshkt. That's the video we're gonna be reacting to vandaag, gents. So Fede, me, boy, I don't think there's any dark truth about that, bro. I'm gonna say like a Shebe my pen. We come from we don't come from the same place, but like back in the Makayas, Maraying, but it's like next to each other. It's pretty much the same place, to be honest. If I'm being honest, like I'm gonna just cuckoo in it, dog. We come up from the same place, you got, boy. So all of us, boy. So me I got him, boy. Shebe my pen, you know, shit. So when I can say we can do with the twerker. That nigga's too much, just that nigga's too much. But Fade, that bro, dog. Me I fuck with him. I don't think there's any dark truth about Ndwana. But let's cover the video. Let's see what cap they say. Okay, let me not say cap. Maybe they cooking. But you know, yo, I what the fuck? Why did I just choke on? I just choked on my own spit. Cease. But anyways, let's cover the video of Fade. Just let's see what they talking about, boy.
Pros for Shebeshkt.
Shit, twerker.
Oh,
hey, this blue is too cool.
You don't know him? No. Hey, did you see Shebesht's numbers?
Hey, they twerking hard, those numbers, bro. Fuck! There's that shit that twerk.
I've never in my life, bro.
It's your time, bro. It's his time,
500,000 one day.
That's nuts.
Yes, ass, bro.
Twerker.
Wait, Shebeshkt just me. When he says twerker, but it's just so funny, dog. Nobody says twerker like Shebe, boy. Like, let's not even lie, gents. But no one says it like that.
Hey, no manga business.
Since the year of 2021, Shebeshkt has taken the world of social media by storm, dominating the trends and captivating the collective imagination. Just when you thought you have seen it all, Shebeshkt defies expectations, growing larger and delving deeper into the hearts of devoted fans. Brace yourself for a roller coaster of emotions as this rising star evokes intense and conflicting reactions, leaving countless of souls not.
Let me read this. Let me read this, gents. Relax. Let me read this. Let me see. Simply
knowing whether they should love or hate him.
Simply because he is underground. No, simply because he is undergoing transformation. Many will test, provoke him so that they can shame him. Yeah, but excuse my reading, gents. Me now, I didn't went to that private school, shinies. Me now, we've been buying to public. Why eat boy? I can't hard it, boy. Hey, boy, don't laugh at me. Why you laughing, dog? Hey, it's not funny, boy. It's just how I read, dog. Don't laugh, boy. Relax, boy. Don't laugh, boy. But me, it's just how I read, boy.
Ditlogonolo Katlego Chauke was born 1995 in Leboagomo, Limpopo, South Africa. He actually grew up in a very difficult situation, where his father being a hustler and his mother being a teacher. With his father's absence looming larger due to their early divorce, Shebeshkt found himself moving back and forth between Tembisa and Leboagomo. He didn't want to grow up without his father. However, fate had other plans, as his father eventually vanished from their lives. Shebe's brother was a hardcore hip-hop fan, and slowly by surely, Shebe also started developing love for this kind of music, drawing him into the world of music dominated by legends like Biggie and Tupac. Yet, as the lyrics of these influential artists often embrace a darker side, Shebe found himself grappling with the subtle impact it had on
his own. Boy, is that Shebe beating up a person? It groove. But I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised.
Life. Despite the challenges, he managed to.
Boy, Shebe is that type of bro, nah. He's that type of bro. If you like, let's say he's performing or something, Fede, and you throw a bottle, boy, best believe he's gonna throw that shit back. And he's gonna find out who threw that bottle. And boy, it's chai. Boy, when Shebe finds out you threw that bottle, you're cooked. Like, boy, it's chai. You're done, boy. Pelile, boy. Ziakala manj. That bro Shebe doesn't play. That bro.
to complete his high school education in 2013, only to face financial obstacles that
Damn.
forced him to drop
That's
out of
of
college the
2013.
following year. Just when it seemed like hope was slipping away, the arrival of his first child in 2015 brought both joy and uncertainty. Now, Shebe found himself standing at the crossroad, a man with no job, no financial security, and the weighty responsibility of caring for his child.
Ish. Shebe my bad.
So how do you get into a life of crime? Like, no it's
crime ke ilisitse paswa kwa bona na go la parafan maybe a ke na le small wa na go la vela parafan maybe le lore be ke mosole lo ba pizza vela a ona ka moghomo parafan tshwa tswa ka bacon and eggs ham and cheese vela na ka go la ka jona wa mara ena vela be sentse ke mo fedi ham and cheese
So no it's no shapa di kara no it's
be ke sa shapa di kara sentjama na parafan me be ke tsena mo lora o tseni brava kwa ba ke nya ka sa straight.
So not to that guy. Not to that guy.
It didn't last much time for Shebe to realize the responsibility ahead of him as a young man, and
Hey,
that
boy.
made him to join the street life so he can put food on the table. And ever since then, his life has been surrounded with chaos and neighborhood scandals. Going around in the neighborhood robbing spaza shops, breaking into houses for valuables, and mugging people for phones and clothes to resell for money. Being involved with these kind of activities, Shebe ended up making enemies and rivals from other gangs, and also he was in and out of jail. Now Shebe was known for this kind of activities in his neighborhood, and this new reputation made him and his friends one of the
Wasilik.
most feared gangsters in town. However, this also
Hey,
came
boy.
with a lot of
Imagine this thing, you're beefing with Shebeshkt. I mean, I'd be scared. Like, imagine you're beefing with someone and then you find out it's Shebeshkt. Boy, good luck, boy. Good luck, boy. You don't want to beef with this man, boy. You don't want to beef with this man, boy. Hey, boy, Shebe. Thing about Shebe is that he doesn't lie. He'll really do it to you. If he says, I'll come to your house that night and beat you up, he's gonna come to your house that night and trap you, boy. Hey, boy, then Tana's not normal, boy.
challenges in his life, like losing a lot of friends due to the street life that they were living.
Ish. Hard in my band.
One day, Shebe overheard a neighbor talking with his mother. The neighbor was complaining about the guys that they were making noise next door. Turns out that is a producer's house. Shebe knew that he had to tune her something. He's a hustler, remember? In that studio, there might be big screen TVs, tablets, iPhones, and some mics. He knew that if he can get his hands on those things, that will make him a lot of money to take care of his baby. One morning, he decided to see this building himself. He went to see this house, and when he got there, it was loud as usual. All the doors were locked, leaving him with one option: to bust in through the window. As soon as he got in with his gun in his waist, he saw a gang of kids looking at him. Luckily, they were terrified because they knew how dangerous he is. When all of this was happening,
Boy, imagine you're in your studio, dog, and Shebe just walks in, creeps in from the back with a gun. Hey, Baba, you can take everything, boy. Ha, you can take everything, dog. It's fine. I feel it. I buy it. It's grand, boy. It's grand, boy. It's you can take, boy. You can even take my phone, dog. Take all the equipment. Cause one thing I know about Shebe, boy, if he wants it, he's gonna get it, dog. That would be terrifying, gents. Scary, boy. Me, I'll
there's a beat that was playing on the speakers. Then he asked to throw in a verse. Yeah, I guess that beat was so dope in such a way that he forgot what it was there for. From that day, he never looked back. He continued making music, and luckily, in a short space of time, one of his verses got picked up by a TikTok algorithm. It went super viral, catching the eyes of Focalistic and Bobby Cooper.
I wanna malari and fuck my wife, Malu. I think, like, you know, like Shebeshkt, you know, is one of those. I never wait until we talanya, and then impact analing yona. Okay, see high. Lidri impact.
Kuthi kwenzakalani ngabantu baka Shebeshkt anginandaba. In fact, when I see them at the robot, I become scared. A guy like Shebeshkt puts the reality of what South African youth looks like in our faces ngenkani. And that's what I was hoping that people would get from the episode. Not his antics or where he came from or what he had to do to get here, not even his music. You guys made us face what makes us uncomfortable because we don't want to see it anymore. We go to pantry ebusuku and spend money eating up, not because it's a bad thing, because we can afford it. But you, as Saul, walking into that building, getting that salary, having that exposure, and having that financial freedom, you are you are a drop in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You can bump into any other white person or any other color who doesn't dress the same as you, who has 5 times more than you, and you wouldn't even know it. Tina, we stand out. So when a guy like Shebeshkt says, you know, I mean, I used to take people's phones, and I used to stab them as well. And I used to, you know, even where I recorded, I went there because I wanted to rob them.
Damn.
And you know how to get into a house? Take a jack, and then then we don't hear this because we are manufacturing these people with our opulence as black people who have money and who have an opportunity to. We can do it.
Yeah.
And then one day when those people become the majority and decide to vote for a party that they feel like represents them, guess who's gonna suffer? You, me, every one of us here, living in that 50-kilometer square radius. Because why? We are indebted to the banks. Those buildings there, sisebenza khona. Like if those companies decide, I know we can't do this anymore, we are all screwed. So that's why I'm saying we're not worried enough. Then we look at a guy like Shebeshkt, then we look at what he's done, but then we don't look at what we've done to him.
Boy, that's what I'm saying, boy. Shebeshkt should be like deputy president. Or am I tripping, gents? Like, wouldn't he be a deputy president? Because like all the stuff he's been through, everything he has been through, everything he's going through. Because like, if I say Shebeshkt should be president, you guys are gonna be on my toes, telling me, what does he know about being president? Hey, Baba, chill, relax. I said deputy. But fair, boy, Shebeshkt is inspirational, bro. Ndana went from robbing people to being like, to making thousands of rands. Like, he makes a lot of money, dog. Boy, then Ndana makes bank. And he went from robbing Ndwanas, dog. He recorded his first song trying to rob somebody. But if that's not the inspirational, I don't care what it is, but like it's possible. It shows you,
and he represents a whole group of people.
A massive. I mean, the numbers are telling.
Yeah, but if we can sit with him in the studio and laugh. But if you were rolling in your complex now after a jog, and see a guy like that, you feel safe.
Okay, that is Eugene Kosa. He was on a podcast in Chill with Meg G, and he made some pretty serious point about Shebeshkt. But I feel like we can minimize all of those things and look at it this way. Shebeshkt has one of the most interesting come up, and his story is inspiring. I mean, he managed to change from being a bad guy to be a good guy. That's crazy, and this is gonna influence a lot of kids out there to do the same. I just wanna say, Shebeshkt, I don't know what does it mean, but I just wanna say, Ntweka, Shita.
Yeah, boy, that's the thing, boy. Like, Shebeshkt is a goat, dog. I don't care what you bro saying, Bana's a goat. Cause like, boy, he's inspiring niggas, but he's inspiring niggas more than the president. The president doesn't even inspire niggas like this, but doesn't inspire Ndwanas like this. Ndwana is inspiring so many people, dog. Ndwana is an inspiration, dog. Shebeshkt, boy, goat. You feel me? I don't want to hear you Bruce talking about this Ndwana, he's already doesn't make me feel safe. Hey, Baba, chill. Hey, Baba, relax. It's not your time, it's our time. Relax. But anyways, gents, subscribe, you feel me? It's for free, boy, it's for free, gents. Come on, gents, what are you doing? Subscribe.